What you're looking at here is the city of Merritt in the interior of BC, which, as you can tell from this footage, is basically underwater. Now, I live in BC, but I don't live in Merritt. And don't worry about me. I'm pretty dry, but I've been hearing lots of news about how we've been impacted by these huge floods recently. This is a some photos and some videos of the kind of damage that's going on. Now, I'm not a meteorologist and I'm not a news reporter. I am an astrologer, so I'm not going to fill you in on all the details about what's going on here in BC, but I just thought I'd like throw in some visuals to give you a visual representation of what's going on here. I thought it was kind of interesting, though, to look at the relation between Saturn, Uranus, which have been in square all year, and how Mars has been setting that off. So this is the chart for right now. Um, Set to Vancouver. It doesn't. I'm just looking at BC in general. There's not really much to show in this chart aside from the fact that we've got Mars here at 11, Uranus here at 12, and they're applying an opposition to each other. Um, there's also the Saturn square, but Saturn's at 7, so it's not quite as tight as some of these aspects have been in the past. So this is primarily a Mars Uranus situation, and I find that there's something about Mars. Well, this is just an observation that I've made, anyways. Here you see that Mars is in Scorpio, which is a water sign. Um, what I'm going to show you next is something that happened earlier this year when Mars was in a fire sign. This happened 4 months ago, as you can see here. This article is more than 4 months old. In the summer, at the end of June, beginning of July, the town of Lytton, which is a small town north of Vancouver, not too far into the interior though, um, basically just burnt completely. And it's also kind of weird because I've been to Lytton. I've stopped there before on a family camping trip and stuff like this. But yeah, the whole town burnt in the summer wildfire season this year. So this is like with the massive floods and the big fires. These are two things that have happened in BC in the same year. I can show you the chart for that. So we can take a look at the chart for the Lytton fire, which was pretty extreme. That again, same year. And we can see the usual suspects basically of Uranus here at 13 degrees and then Mars here at 11 degrees. Um, so this time, rather than being in opposition, it's a square, but there's still a Mars opposition happening. If you look over here at Saturn, was at 12 degrees. So that's like a near perfect opposition between Mars and Saturn. And it's a much tighter T square than what is happening right now with Uranus in there at 13. So it's 11, 12, 13. And this is all, when it's this tight, then you get the dramatic result of the entire town destroyed in a wildfire. And here you have, if you look elementally, you have Uranus in Taurus, fixed Earth, Saturn in Aquarius, fixed air, Mars in Leo, fixed fire. You don't have Mars, you don't have anything in Scorpio. You've got Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces, of course, and Sun in Cancer. So there's a bit of water in the chart, but the malefic action of Mars and Saturn are happening in the dry fire signs and air signs. So I thought that was something interesting to point out, anyways, to compare that you've got that's a striking connection between these Mars squares and oppositions, and the kind of like a literal delineation of the element, like that Mars and fire works for fire season, Mars and water works for a water season, um, and the calamities associated with it.